For that insightful piece. Now, tonight, President Ruto's ally, Kimilili MP Didmus Barasa, has written to the Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetang'ula, seeking to amend the Elections Act and allow Kenyans to use identity cards to vote. Now, the legislator argues that it does not make sense to register Kenyans to vote when their IDs are already registered. Of course, now he's arguing that the process is too costly, the process of registering Kenyans with voting cards. And as Apollo Kamau reports, this comes a day after President Ruto revoked mandatory vetting for ID issuance in northern Kenya.
The radical proposal by the Kimilili MP to amend the Elections Act and have Kenyans vote with identity cards, if approved by Parliament, will drastically change how Kenyans vote in 2027, while eliciting questions on the motive behind the push.
I am going to propose an amendment to the Elections Act, where it will no longer be a requirement by IEBC to register a Kenyan as a voter. As long as you have a national ID card, you are free to enter into a polling station and cast your vote in favor of the candidate of your choice. It is necessary for IEBC to reinvent the wheel again by registering voters.
Barasa, in a letter to the Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetang'ula, dated January 3rd, and which he claims has been approved by the Speaker, says, and I quote, "I am willing to propose amendments to the Elections Act to scrap voter registration exercised by the IEBC and ensure that every Kenyan holding a national identification card automatically becomes eligible to vote in an election."
I don't have to seek blessings from the party's top brass. I am a member of, I am a legislature. My role is to enact laws. So I am going to propose those legislation that Kenyans should be spared from all these wallabaloos of registering as voters, as long as you have a national ID card.
In case the amendment goes through, IEBC, which is the custodian of the voters' register under Article 88 of the Constitution and the Elections Act, will be forced to work with the Ministry of Interior to tap into their database to verify voters.
Kenyans are getting government services by production of their national identity cards. Why will a Kenyan be denied an opportunity to vote in a general election by production of the same document that you have again to register with the IEBC? No. You know, we are making voting a very big deal in our country. Voting is never a big deal in countries with developing democracy. You go to America, you go to Europe, voting is not an issue. People go to vote in public booth. You just go there, then you take your vote.
Proponents of why Kenyans should vote with IDs argue the process of registering voters, cleaning and maintaining the voters' register every election cycle has become costly for IEBC. Didmus' legislative proposal has raised eyebrows, coming at a time President William Ruto has revoked a 60-year policy requiring northeastern residents to be vetted before they are issued with IDs.
Ile vetting ambayo imesumbua wananchi wa Northern Kenya kwa miaka 60. Leo nimesema hiyo maneno ya vetting iondolewe, ndio vijana wote wa Kenya wapate vitambulisho vile wa Kenya wengine wanapata vitambulisho bila ya matatizo.
Apollo Kamau, TV 47.